All right, well, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, man, hopefully the most in your house shall bless your day. By his mercies, you are consumed. We're alive in the most in your house shall's body. And two, we're naturally alive, man. And I want to get into this, man, because I was with my homie yesterday. We saw, last night, we saw the 28 years later, man. And I want to get into this, too, like, because there was some spiritual elements to it, man. Like, um, but honestly, man, because shout out to the brother, to the guy, I forgot his name. He's online, but he did a video about this. I didn't really realize this, but because you're gonna get some into elements about this, what you call them, but really, man, what zombie movies are about, I think we did a video about it a while back, but I was watching Night of the Living Dead, but really, it's a satire of the slave revolts, honestly, because if you do look into history, in the 1700s, something like that, or there was a Haitian revolutionary named Gene Zombie, and he led a lot of slave revolts, man. So that's pretty much a satire, Jake, like of slave revolts, man. That's why even the original Night of the Living Dead, like they had the Jake, like at the end, I forgot what the brother's name was. They had the brother in there, man, and that was really kind of monumental for that genre and for that movie because he was like a leading man in that. But it's too, but even though when you watch the movie, man, the whole time the Edomite woman, man, she the so-called Caucasian woman, man, she was scared of him more than the zombies the whole movie, man. And also too, rest in peace to Tony Todd because they did a remake in 1990 of that too. And Tony Todd was the man that played the Candy Man, and he was in Final Destination. He was in other things too. Honestly, he was underutilized in Hollywood. Honestly, like he could have had a lot of more roles, but anyway, back to the point. Yeah, so like that's what zombie movies are about. Like pretty much, it's a satire of what you call them. It's a satire of slave revolts, man, and like that's just is what it is, man. So yeah, if you watch the original Night of the Living Dead, even like he dies at the end of the movie because like because they thought like pretty much saying like man like they'll probably like you'll always be like as a zombie, man, because in the movie like the guy was actually the original Night of the Living Dead, like he got killed, but that's what like that's how they looked at it. It's a satire of slave movie. But in the movie, man, they kept saying there's no discharge in this, man, and but also too, like on a spiritual tip, shout out to brother Sammy Firstborn because he said this a while back because zombie movies as well as could be like as well as they're mocking of something of like the resurrection of the dead as well. So that's another part of it as well, man. But they mentioned this in in the movie, man. Ecclesiastes 8 and 8. It says, "There is no man that had power to retain the spirit. I mean, to the power of the spirit to retain the spirit. Neither hath he had power in the day of death. So there is no discharge in that war, and neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given unto us." So yeah, it's talking about like how death, man, how Yahushua gave his power to overcome sin and death, how that's the ultimate goal, man. Pretty much, man. And that's actually too, man, with the thing about that too, man. A lot of people, scoffers, unbelievers, atheists, whatever, man. Listen, man, ultimately at the end of the day, you can have whatever knowledge you have, man, but there's no other reason why other than the word, the Most High Yahushua's word to explain why we died. There's no reason, or you don't even know when you're gonna die. So that's just is what it is. So that's the only thing, man. That's why, like, you can't. That's just is what it is, man, too. But that says no discharge against the war, and that war against what? How Yahushua went to war with sin and death, man. Honestly, but yeah, man, that's the ultimate thing. But they reference the scripture. I mean, in the movie, they kept saying that like on the announcements, man. But ultimately, too, man, think about this too. This is how I know, like this is how I came to the conclusion while I was watching the movie, like how what you call 28 days later, okay, this is my zombies are a mockery of like so-called slave revolts or Jake of our people in a sense, right? Because look, let's think about the name of the movie. Well, it's 28 years later. This is a sequel, but the original one came out 2002. It's called 28 Days Later, right? And you know what's crazy? Like I was thinking about this with my homie, right? And so-called Black History Month, right? When is so-called Black History Month, right? It's in February, right? And February has what? 28 days. So it's like, okay, cool. That was kind of watching it in theater making sense. But also too, I was thinking about it too this morning or when I was leaving. I was like, wait, Deuteronomy 28. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like kind of putting two together. So I was like, yeah, this is like, like Yahushua, the most, like in the word in the law, it says two or three witnesses a matter is established. Like, 2 or 3 things of evidence, like things that are established. That's me personally. I speak as a man. But if like if Deuteronomy 28 tells of course it's talking about the curses of Yahushua be put through, but on the natural tip it's talking about the curses that would be placed upon our people. And they name the movie of knowing that if you do history that there's a man named Gene Zombie. He was a Haitian slave revolt leader, pretty much. And that's where the whole zombie thing come from. It's a very much mockery of slave revolts. If you do like research on it, then they have a movie called 28 Days Later. Then also too the 28 days later, 20 weeks later, then 20 years later, I should say. Then that should tell you something, man. So also too, let's go Proverbs 21 real quick, man, because because spiritually, this is also what theme. Because there's a lot of theme spiritual elements in this movie. Because also too, it's going to be a point like that, man. Like like in that movie, man. Like as prophecy and stuff unfolds, yeah, man. But but also too in the film, this is how this is a bit of satire of what you call them, the slave revolts, or like the Most High Yahushua's return, the overcoming of the nation of Israel as well. Because in the movie they had, not to give it away too much, but they had on the graffiti on one of the walls, "He cometh with the clouds." So pretty much they having zombies in there, and that's supposed to be mockery of our people. And they have "He that is coming, he cometh with clouds." Pretty much they're kind of mocking in a sense, or saying, or not just mocking, or could be saying like they know something. Because listen, like the other brother Zabak even said, like from HOI, he said, listen, there was one point, I gotta do more research on this, but there was one point that that Hollywood, they had to know the Bible to make movies, man. Even probably still to this day. So like they probably know, of course, man. Some of these, not to the fully extent will understand, but some of these people, these elites, they know what's going to happen. They know prophecy as well. But also too, they could be like their mockery as well, man, of it. But it said "He that cometh with clouds," and you had zombies as were supposed to be representing slave revolt. So you kind of, in a sense, mocking or know that the Most High Yahushua angels in the second coming things in nature in the judgment. So that's what it is. But also too, zombies are pretty much like this as well. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16, because there's a bunch of zombies out here daily, man. Because this is how one could be a zombie, man. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So yeah, it could be naturally alive, but spiritually be dead. Pretty much you'd be a zombie, man. Because the Most High House has life. So without them, there's no life. Honestly, you could be naturally alive, but not spiritually alive. That's why we all say being alive in the Most High House's body, man. That's what really makes you alive, man. Alive, really more like Pearl Jam, the Bee Gees, whatever song, being alive. Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. I just like those songs. That's all references those. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is, though, man. Let's get the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding. And who's that way? Yahushua. John 14:6. He says, "Understand shall remain in the congregation of the dead," man. So, but yeah, man, it's a lot of, especially the ending, like too, that goes into that as well. With what you call them, the ending, like y'all have seen the movie, the ending. There's a lot of. And that's the same Edomite that played in Sinners too. They might have an archetype for him too as well, because he kind of plays like those devil type of roles now. Like honestly, like that that cult leader type of that kind of like the Beast, man. Like, because he at the end of the movie he was kind of like I'm kind of giving it away. He's kind of like the leader of it, just like he was in Sinners. So, and a lot of times Hollywood does this as well. They give certain actors certain archetypes, man. Like they're playing the same character just in different movies. Because a lot of times too, when he first came on the scene, Edward Norton did that. Because honestly, him, like his first movie in '96 with Primal Fear and Fight Club, it's kind of the same type of character. Well, it's the same archetype, playing him having playing dual roles or something like that, or playing like split personality things in nature. Or that's the one that comes to mind. Or it's a few, but anyway, that's neither here nor there, man. I should save some of this for the movie channel, but yeah, man. But that's just is what it is, man. 28 years later, man. So. But no, I know that it is going into like a mockery or or just talking about Jake, just talking about people. Because I was thinking, wait, what? 28 days later, first I went into like, wait, February, wait, in so-called Black History, there's just 28 days, like so-called Black History, Black History Month. There's 28 days, and also too Deuteronomy 28. So I'm like, wait, but they named the movie, the original in the movie was called 28 Days Later, then 28 weeks later. That 28, I'm like, okay, wait, there's something to this. And then doing the research about like how zombies are like a satire or mockery of slave revolts. So yeah, no, I might actually put the video in the description of the video of what the brother did. So y'all that could be helpful for y'all. But anyway, that's just what it is, man. Like, I gotta start a movie playlist on here, man, because we did the Book of Clarence, Gladiator 2, Sinners, doing this now, Final Destination. So those are like the line Mufasa. So yeah, man, like because like we always talk, but since me coming in the word, like I'm now like us brothers and sisters, like we all say we should be watching, or we watch and listen to things with spiritual eyes and ears. Like, of course we do it for entertainment, but that's me, how personally I do it. Before the word, I was like I kind of looked for the deeper meaning and stuff, but now being in the word, like, yo, okay, this like listen. I could be listening, listening to watch a movie or listen to songs that I try to, and like the word comes to mind, man. Honestly, I'll think about something, man. Like pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters do as well, man. Especially brothers in the Discord app, and also two sisters as well, man. Like so yeah, man. Not just me, but y'all brothers and sisters as well too, man. It's like, and that's in the way acknowledging the Most High House in all our ways, man. Because you see them, because they are life, pretty much like we going into. So like you see them in every aspect of your life, man. Shoot, even when I'm watching sports games, but anything, man. But hopefully it's edifying, man. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters. So yeah, peace.